And morning,
Good morning.
morning, everybody. Welcome to the Silverhairstacker and Friends Show, featuring the one and only Silverhairstacker and Tom, the queeniest picker, queeniest silvers, queenie. Never mind. How are you today, Tom?
I'm I'm doing good.
Well, finally, that's good. It's good you're doing good. Let's all do good this morning, Friday, which
Yeah.
in the reselling world means absolutely nothing. Just another day at the old grind mill stone area. You Robin, Anissa, Sadie, Lag, Bumcrack, Eric, and we're all here to celebrate nothing.
Well, tomorrow's National Chocolate Cake Day.
Well, I'm not allowed. I've
Me
been on my
either.
keto since January 2nd, and I am down 7 pounds. So that's good, but I only have 180,000 pounds left to go. Uh,
We'll only have about 80 pounds to go.
80 pounds. That's quite a lot.
Yeah.
Uh, I so want to be below 200 again. That would be, if I could do that in 2024, that would be awesome. And then, the government charts say for my height and age and IQ, I should weigh about 180. So I'm like, really? I mean, I've been back in my ute, back when I was like 30 to 40 years old, I weighed like 160. And then I let it all go to hell.
Yeah. It's easy to do. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Bridget. Hey, Nissa. Hey, Carol. Peddling. Lag.
But
Sue.
what's the old saying? Uh, I may be fat, but you're ugly and I can lose weight. Have you heard that before?
Something similar to that.
Yeah, I may be fat, but you're ugly and I can lose weight. So, um, yeah, man. Happy Friday, Wendy, John. Winston Churchill said that. Did he really? I wouldn't doubt it. That guy was pretty smart and witty dude.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance, um, watch some of those YouTube videos about the wittiness of John Kennedy. I mean, if the Democrats would have John Kennedy's politics nowadays, I might vote Democrat. Da, da, da.
Well, John Kennedy would be considered a Republican now.
Oh yeah, he would be more conservative than Trump. Anyway, um, Lag doesn't know who John Kennedy is.
Who's the president? I wonder if he has problems switching between his YouTube persona and his real life persona as a 48-year-old mother of four.
Ronnie Reagan? I don't know. Yeah,
See, I don't really remember him.
you don't
I
remember
mean, I do
Reagan?
remember him. I voted for him, but I don't.
I think there's only two things I didn't like about Reagan. The rest of it was great. One thing was when Reagan and his people got together, teacher retirement, railroad retirement, they got together and decided, previous to Reagan, um, you paid into railroad retirement and you paid into teacher retirement, and you were taxed on the money that went into it. And then when you started drawing it out, then there was zero tax.
Right.
Reagan changed that. He made it to where you paid zero going in and you were taxed with it coming out. And the problem with that is, if you've got a good system like the railroad retirement and the Texas teacher retirement system, they had kept that money invested. And so the pension plans, they were able to grow. And so you were actually able to take out uh, more than what you paid in at the end. So still to this day, about 6% of my retirement is not taxed when it's paid to me, and all the rest of it was since Reagan, and I'm taxed on that money when I take it out.
Well,
The
you know,
second thing,
go ahead.
I think Reagan spent, yeah, he was building up the military at the time, but I think he overspent what he really had to. Sure, during his time, because he did that, um, America was becoming stronger and stronger at being the world's protector, but I think he could have done it without spending near as much money as he did. George Bush. If this were a dictatorship, it would be a heck of a lot easier,
Who said that?
as long as I'm the dictator. Sadie said George Bush said that.
Uh, so, did you go see your girlfriends yesterday?
Yeah, I did. Bought
Anything
some
else?
glass.
You bought some what?
Glass.
Oh, glass. Didn't know what you said.
I didn't buy ass, Tom. I bought glass. Look at this thing.
Uh-huh.
1953. That's older than you, Tom.
Yep. Older than you too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a couple of years older than me. It does have a stain in the bottom, but that sucker's a survivor. It's got some crazing. It's LA pottery out of California, made in the USA. So I thought that was pretty. I mean, that those look at those colors. That just screams mid-century modern.
Yep.
Stick that on your table and throw a bunch of bananas and apples in it. Um, I got a Murano vase, and it already sold. Listed it yesterday.
Wow.
Bought it for 2 and it sold for 20.
Plus shipping.
What?
Plus shipping.
Yeah, plus shipping on top. I was doing some packing this morning, and I had that I had that vase on the listing. I had put 8 by 8 by 10, and man, it didn't need half the size of that box, and it went very nicely in a 886. And when I changed the dimensions,
Mm-hmm.
it took about $8 off the shipping cost. I was like, really? So, folks, if you can get eBay has instituted that dimensional weight into their shipping costs. So if you use eBay shipping, um, if you can get your items into smaller packages, still ship safely, but if you can get your items into smaller packaging, it's worthwhile doing. Lag sold a printer for $9.90. Wow. What'd you pay for it, Lag? $8.90? Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Nessa. Hi, Sadie. I haven't said hi, Jabez. There you go. I need to be president, huh? No, I haven't listed that one yet. Is that a squid on my desk? What are you looking at?
To your left, right there on the end.
That?
Yeah.
No, that's a pipe. That's a sterling silver gold plated pipe. Ain't it cool? It's got a racehorse on it. Can't really tell the racehorse. You can a little bit, I guess. But there on the bottom it says sterling. I cannot find a manufacturer mark. And like anything else, the manufacturer of a pipe is a lot of times a lot of the value. Sue is crushing dreams. Nah, I've never tried marijuana. What's gotten a lot more popular the last 10 years? I
Yeah.
don't care if people do or don't. Nah.
There was a reason they were called dope heads when I was in high school. So did you get anything else besides glass yesterday?
I got a pair of shoes. I got 2 pair of overalls. You know, just plain old blue jean overalls. Buy them at the rummage for $8 a piece and sell them for 35. So I bought 2 pair of those. One of them is Liberty overalls, and the other is Carhartt. I can't keep anything Carhartt in my store.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, overalls. meth is cheaper. Oh, right. You do like your teeth. So, you want to get political for just a little bit?
Go ahead.
Let me let me fix a screen share here.
Bearded
Uh,
picker, bearded picker, bearded picker.
yeah, we're gonna get political for just a moment.
Rocky, please. Leave the cord alone.
Um, I'll get there eventually, folks. I'm
Okay.
slow.
Take your time.
I should have had this ready. I knew I was wanting to talk about this. Just for a moment. Do, do, do.
It's supposed to be nice this weekend in the 60s.
Sweet. Okay, here we go. Biden reins in gas exports that have raised both U.S. prestige and climate fears. Biden says we can't keep building and building and building. Uh, what's wrong with supporting one of the best industries in America? So the deal is they're trying to build infrastructure so that the United States natural gas industry can ship more gas to Asian countries, thereby bringing in profits for America. Natural gas is one of the cleanest burning fossil fuels, and Biden is shutting this down because he has to study the effects of uh, that it will have on the environment.
He can't even study the funny papers out of the Sunday newspaper, more or less.
This man is doing his darndest to kill the American economy. That's, I don't know to what end. Um, somebody's getting a big kickback from somebody else to get Biden to do this stuff. Um, I mean, we've already shipped overseas our manufacturing, and so a viable product that we sell to overseas countries that are bringing profit into America. No, let's shut that down because we think it might hurt baby ducks in Alaska. And natural energy sources are just not there yet. Solar isn't there, wind power isn't there. And shutting down profits and viable energy now is not the answer, my little Biden friend. God dang. Follow the money. Yeah, exactly. It's gotta be, Phil. It's gotta be. right? Somebody's paying somebody and influence. Ah,
Well, you know,
mm, mm. Trump, when he was in, worked his ass off to remove restrictions, and Biden's doing everything he can to add more and more and more and make.
well,
Anyway,
I'm gonna tell you
okay,
what.
I'm done.
I'm gonna tell you what. It's on a coffee. That stands on a coffee cat on my my page. Um, the person, the company that comes up with a viable means of recharging batteries in these damn cars or powering cars is going to rule the world.
That source came from Politico, Tommy.
Well,
It's a supposedly one of the most unbiased news reporting agencies.
first of all, I think that all
But
politicians,
I mean, he did it. I mean, it's a fact
yeah,
that he's hampering the building of new projects in the natural gas industry. It's a fact. He did it. He's doing it. There's no. It doesn't matter which side reports it. That'll take it'll take away jobs. It'll take away income for America.
America.
America. I mean, it doesn't matter which political source you read from. Um, and it's all in the name of um, making our environment better. Yeah, Trump's fines will cover it. And Tommy, I agree. We should read both sides.
But it's a pity that we can't go to that the newspapers don't print the whole truth. They're trying to slant everything. I just feel like if Mr. Trump becomes president again, and he will, it's going to just drive the liberals and conservatives over the deep end. Because he will have free reign for 4 years because he don't have to worry about being reelected. He can do what he wants and he can say what he wants, and if nobody likes it, they don't like it, they can kiss his fat ass. Yeah, Tommy. That's the reason I
Yes.
always told Robert I'd like to have a newspaper, or like an online newspaper. And when I hired my reporters, I'd be like, "We don't care whether it's right or left. We just want to piss off everybody because the advertising is what pays your salary."
Let's. He already shut down the pipeline that would have kept the price of fuel oil in the Northeast at way lower than what you guys paid 2 years ago. You remember how it went up, Tommy? Cha-ching! Finally. Sales have been down for 3 days. But would you, Tommy? Would you have enjoyed lower net or fuel oil price? Do you use fuel oil, Tommy? Anyway, that and gasoline prices for 2021, 2022, 2023. God, you don't use it. Hi, Ping. I'm ranting this morning.
Are you done?
Yeah, sorry. I had
Oh,
to
that's
rant a little
okay.
bit when
I
I
would,
read that. Um, it's a pretty good. It's a Everybody go to Politico, Politico, and read the whole article. Of course, Republicans are calling it just another move to the leftist radical. Two heat pumps. That's
I
not
just
too
called up
bad.
my eBay page, and on my overview it says increase external traffic to your listings with off-site ads. Has anybody done that?
Do what? Say it again.
I opened up my overview page on eBay, and there's an ad, I guess you'd call it, that's part of the web page. Increase external traffic to your listings with off-site ads.
Yeah, that.
Show
I,
Showcase your listings on leading external channels like Google to
that's
increase
been
your
on there for two
visibility.
weeks.
Have you?
Yeah,
That's the first time it's popped up on mine.
really?
Is
Yeah, I've
anybody
had
doing
that on
that?
mine.
Well, I wasn't going to do it anyway, Tommy. But I was just asking if anybody's done anything with it and has it showed any kind of increased results.
Um, John Flippin' Ain't Easy did it twice. And he says his sales got better at the end of December, but now his January sales have flopped, so now he's gotten rid of it again. If they would say how they're going to use the money, they just say, we're going to increase offsite ads for you. How? What are you going to put my money toward? And they never say. So I ain't going to do it.
Leg says he advertises Todd's store on TikTok.
It's a good thing I need some advertisement.
Leg, you need to set up a process so if something happens to you, we're notified by like your legal representative or something like that. Because I would hate for you just to disappear off the face of the earth and we not know it.
What do I sell?
At least send your children some condolence money if they're not grown adults.
Oh, I sold a hockey jersey. Just a generic hockey jersey. Call from Melanie Mayano. Call? Uh,
Hello?
yeah, I got a whole bag of
Hello?
hockey equipment.
Motherfucker.
What did you say, Tom? There will be no cursing on my show, Tom.
What?
We could hear you. You cursed.
Oh, I thought I had the mic turned off.
Nope. Um, LC Sadie says, LOL MFers.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I gotta find out. I gotta get my tech support tip. Find out why my mic's not cutting off, unless it's coming through the one on the
There's a there's a
cam.
little button at the bottom of the screen that says mute.
Well, yeah, that works too.
Anyway,
These damn people wanting to buy my house. I'd sell it to them for $800,000. That one didn't even. I just hung up on them. But usually when they say we're calling to find out if you're interested in selling your house, um, I just say $800,000, and then they either hang up or they say what. She had to get to the office today. She goes on Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, but she'll be coming home early
why is she still working? Y'all are rich.
because of her hellacious major medical.
Oh, okay.
Because she has all kinds of scripts. Even though, I was reading, what's the guy's name that owned or owns part of the Denver, is it Denver Mavericks?
No. Nuggets?
No, it's the Mavericks.
No, the Mavericks are in Dallas.
The rich guy who's on Mark something or other.
Cuban?
Yeah. Didn't he?
Mavericks are in Dallas, not
Okay.
Denver.
Okay, whatever. Who cares? Anyway, he started a company that's like a cheap mail order pharmacy company. Has anybody used them?
No.
Yeah, Mark Cuban.
I still support my local pharmacy, even though it costs me a little more.
I was just wondering because apparently it's supposed to be a lot cheaper. Most of my meds are like $1. Yeah, we used to use Express Scripts until they changed us to CVS, and now we have to use their mail order thing. Express Scripts is pretty good.
I should really quit supporting my local pharmacy and go do that. But I don't.
No, I did not see it, Anissa. I don't take Ozempic anymore. It did nothing for me.
I'm generally really cheap and I don't give a rat's ass, but I don't know. I like those folks at our local pharmacy.
Yeah.
They work pretty hard to keep stuff like you can get a flu vaccination there, and they call you when your prescription's about to run out, and they keep up with you. It's worth the money for that service. Sue, I think you're behind in the chat. You might want to hit the live button. He sold the Mavericks?
Yeah. to some
Oh,
rich real estate family, and apparently his marketing skills could not help the Mavericks any longer.
I probably just got bored with it and decided, let's move on to something else. People get so rich and they just, I don't know. Let's go buy a Tesla or something.
Or Z, or whatever it's called now, X.
I'm telling you, James.
Yeah, they can put on their prescriptions generic substitution, and normally pharmacies will fill by the generic first. But if they don't do that, then they can't fill the generic. They have to fill the brand name for the product that there are generics.
I pay for I pay 50 cents a month for a Medicare Gap plan,
Mm-hmm.
and the deductible the first 3 months is bad. I'm paying like $120 a month the first 3 months for my meds, but then after that it's like $24. Sadie can't afford the bad news bears.
What were you going to put an offer on the Mavericks, Mr. Sadie? Well, that's the way it works. Now I have one. We have Roberta has one prescription that he will not write. Her transplant doctor will not approve the generic because he said it's not been as useful as the brand name one. But everything else she can get generic. So I take his word on it, and it's only like $25 a month. I've got my list on for the National Curling Associations when they go pro. I'm on the Charlotte team. I don't know if any of y'all are following the Panthers ordeal. They were building a big facility down with county money down in York County, South Carolina, which is just across the line from Mecklenburg County, which is where Charlotte's at. And everything went to hell, and it's like he quit paying the part he paid. So now is he having financial problems and all this kind of crap. And It's just been one thing or another. So they've already, the county owned the property, so they've already sued him and moved on and broken the property up and got like four companies coming in.
Hmm. So there is not going to be a new stadium.
Well, that was just like the corporate headquarters practice field.
Oh,
The stadium's still uptown, and they're wanting more. They're wanting more money from the city, and I've already spoken to my district representative on the city council and the county council and let them know that I'm totally opposed to a billionaire getting tax money for his business. And that I've been a supporter all these years, but I might not be the next time.
read about generics.
Well, there are such stupid people out there, and this is a good friend of mine. And yes, I told her she was stupid. Um, Back when Walmart got into the pharmacy business, they were like, she was like, well, I would never use their problems because they're probably cheap knockoffs and blah 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 blah. And I said, God, you're stupid. And we were at a gathering. And I said, pharmacies are controlled by the feds, not by the board of directors of Walmart. Because there's a pharmacist that his license are on the line. My mom uses Walmart because the little pharmacy that she went to, which was a little family owned thing, they went out of business because nobody in the family wanted to become a pharmacist to take over the business. And you can't own a pharmacist unless you got a pharmacist in control.
Yeah, the one I go to, the son and the grandson are the pharmacists now, main pharmacists.
This pharmacy
So
had
three
been
generations.
this pharmacy has been in was in business like since the 1800s. They were the only pharmacy in town.
One of these days, I swear I'm going to take myself off of medications altogether and just see how long it takes me to die.
John, you're very right. You are so correct.
Blood
You go,
pressure will shoot up and my veins will clog. And
you get your $10 prescription and spend $200 on groceries, and that just totally pisses me off.
yeah,
No, what pisses me off is I'll go in there to get a loaf, stop by there to get a loaf of bread because there's one in between like 77 and my house, so I'll whip in there and get it. I get a loaf of bread and then have to stand behind somebody getting a case of motor oil or four cases of beer or something like that. Clothing, school. Man, I hate Walmart at school. Back to
right,
school
John.
time.
It just eventually you just get toward the end. My dad was so fed up with all the poking and prodding and um, hell that he was going through with his heart. He just quit eating. It's just like he pretty much starved himself to death the last month or two. But Yeah. No, you had all your snacks. You don't get any more this morning. No, 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 no.
Well,
Do you hear me
Felix,
say no?
people go to Texas and cross into Mexico, and I don't remember the name of the town. Roberta knows because she keeps swearing we're going to go to Texas. Um, and like when you go through security on the other side of it, it's just like one pharmacy after another, and they fill U.S. prescriptions. Look at, okay. Is she going to start laying on the desk now like my cat does?
No, she doesn't like.
She is so
She
pretty.
doesn't like to be held like this. She likes to be on the floor, and then you reach down and pet her.
Wow. Um, she is so clean. Does she get a bath like every day? I mean, she's
No,
so clean. Her coat looks so nice.
she just doesn't get real dirty.
Or is it all that petting that keeps all the oil on her skin, on her fur?
She gets on the floor and rolls on her back and just rubs. I don't know. Boston Terriers, they just don't need a lot of grooming other than clipping their nails.
John, why did they stop doing the bus trips? Because of the way the customs has got now. Like says he requires heavy petting too.
My goatee is like a magic eraser. I clean that dog right off. Uh,
So what do you got on your weekend? Plans for your weekend?
well, I got another auction in Sunday, so I don't know if I'm going to buy some stuff or not.
You getting a
I
bunch of
got
stuff?
I've got so much stuff I need to get listed now. I don't think I want to buy anything else. No. So I think pretty much. Wow, she took me serious that time. She left. Anyway, yeah, I just need to list, and I need to run a sale this weekend and send offers to. Let's see how many offers can I send out? Let's see, what does it say? I've been I've been not sending offers for quite a while. I need to run my business like a business. Listings eligible to send offers 336.
Dang.
Oh man.
You might can be able to afford to take
Hi Mike.
Gwen on another trip just off of that one group.
I know. I don't know why I don't. 336. All I gotta do is send them an offer, and they'll probably get a bunch of sales. That's yay. Sue's feeling better. Woohoo!
Good.
Tommy got a lot of estate sales around. Um, depending on the estate sale company, I can do really well. There's one company in Waco that I do pretty good at on the last day, and there's one that does a lot of small town ones around here that um, if you hunt, you can find good stuff. But the other ones in Waco, God, they're hardly even worth going to. If I had one of those companies run my estate sale for one of my family members, I would be so pissed off because they get to the end of an estate sale and they've only sold about a third of the stuff. I'm like, I thought your goal was to get rid of everything and make a profit for the family or make money for the family. They just incredible high prices, and then they don't. Their half off day is still way too high, and I'm like, you really, you're really not doing the family a service when you don't sell their stuff. I don't get it.
I just sent 2 offers.
Yeah, Jabez, I've got one company that day one is not too bad. They're called My Three Sisters Estate Sales, and they're pretty nice ladies, and one guy that works with them. But and their prices are usually high the first day. But on items that you want, um, you can leave a bid, and they will call you the afternoon of the last day and say, "You won the bid on this item that you um, wanted," and I can bid low.
We have an estate company that they're pretty good size operation. They've got probably a 300 by 600 square foot building that used to be a plant and a manufacturing facility. Um,
They're
when
going
they
to
do
hell.
estate sales, they go and get everything and bring it to their warehouse and clean out the house. And then they number everything and they put it in on shelves. And then they do everything through high bid. Some of their numbers are like last year it was like 5 million. Your item number 5,300,000 and something because they don't read. Well, it was like 23-5 million, blah blah blah. Because they don't reuse the numbers; they just continuously add on to them, and they do a huge business. And they price everything low, so people they'll get at least something, some kind of bid on it.
Yeah, that's a little unscrupulous, but some family members, they just don't care what happens to this stuff, I
Yeah,
guess. I went to a family run estate sale. Man, that's where I got all those good planes and that scuba diving equipment. And man, I made a lot of money on that sale. Family run estate sale.
Did you sell all of those wood carvings, the hand carved?
I think I still have two of the smaller ones left. I sold all the rest. Yeah, same estate sale. I haven't listed those two great old big statues yet. I need to get them. Not statues, they're just art carvings, wood art carvings.
I've never even heard of those before. Whoever
What?
said, who was it said about proxy bid? John Jabus.
Hmm. That's just not right.
Oh, that's high.
You ever been to an estate sale where it was like a living estate sale and the person that was about to go to a rest home was in the house still?
No,
That was creepy.
it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, the guy was in there on a in a medical bed in
Uh
his
huh.
bedroom, and that door opened one time. I looked in. Yeah, he needs to go to a nursing home, but my lord, that was creepy. Yeah, I think so. That's the way most families are. They just want the stuff gone. Shoot, I went twice to that family-run estate sale, and they gave me just. They were selling me nice vintage pottery and glass for 50 cents a piece. I was like, load me up, baby.
Was that was that when Gwen almost divorced you? Told you that if it comes spilling out of your office, that was it.
No, I get way more stuff from the auction than I did that estate sale.
Oh,
But
did you?
man, I got two 14-karat gold necklaces from that estate sale for like $10 a piece. And I was like, bring it on. I'll buy all you got. And I stood there and told him, hey, this looks like it might be gold. Well, that's okay. If you can make money on it, we're happy for you. I'm like, okay. Wow. You should have seen the sculptures the wood sculptures that they kept. Oh my lord. If I could have gotten those pieces, I would have been a gazillionaire.
Oh,
YouTube in
sorry. I was. I
Arizona.
was.
Are you talking about God, what's his name? He's been on YouTube forever. Um, Jeez. Uh, he used to be up in the Northeast, and then he moved to Arizona. God, what was that? What was that guy's name? Swamp Sadie? Somebody help me out. He's married to a school teacher, and they would cuss on. Yeah, Global Voodoo. That's who. Is that the one that was filming in a? Yeah. I learned a lot of stuff from Global Voodoo. He taught me a lot of things when I was first started reselling. You never
Todd, when
saw
you walk
Global
in,
Voodoo, Tommy? He still puts out videos every once in a while, I think.
Todd, when you walk into an estate sale,
Yeah, Mike the Global Voodoo. Yeah.
is there something that you going in there that you specifically look for, or you
Shoot.
just generally looking at everything?
Well, I try to target the small appliances and electronics, and then I make a beeline for the gold and silver jewelry and watches stuff. I love that stuff. Um, but I pretty much go through them pretty hard. Look through the clothes. Yeah, that guy could rant. You think some YouTubers use a lot of F-bombs. I mean, there was one video he and his wife did together that I think had both had a little too much to drink, and they were just wailing. And I'm like, wow, that's true. I didn't see that one, Mike. He actually, yeah, he's had some weird people work with him. Some like part-time partnerships. They were helping him resell too, some, you know, helping him clear out a like storage units and stuff. Royal Oak 39 Chrono, white dial. Nah, I'm not that high dollar, not me. Sadie'd probably like it.
Boy, Dayton, Ohio has a bunch of restaurant supply stuff. If anybody lives near Dayton, Ohio.
They both have helped many people. They have. But then they're just, I don't know how to describe it. They're just strange to me. I wonder if they opened a couple of years ago, they opened a brick and mortar store. I don't know if they're still doing that. Uh, so have we cured all the ills of the American landscape this morning?
I think so. Glenn said he closed it down.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. All right, Todd. It's 10 o'clock. I gotta go.
What about Auction Professor? All right, I gotta go pretty soon. Auction Professor, I'll run for a little bit longer.
All right. Well, y'all come in. Somebody come in here and hang out with Todd.
Okay,
So,
I'll put the link in the chat if anybody wants to jump in for a little bit. I'm not
all
going to
right.
go very much longer.
Okay. Y'all have a great weekend. Stay out of
Hi,
trouble.
Tom.
Bye.
Kiss your lovely wife for me.
I will. All right. Bye.
Do, 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 do. Be such a shock if Tommy decided to join the chat for a moment. I bet he don't do it. I'm calling you out, Tommy. Come in the chat for 5 minutes. Tell me how to run my eBay business. Sell more shoes, right? I sell shoes. I get at estate sales and the rummage sale. I get shoes to sell. I do okay with them, but you're in your sink. Okay, you take a bath in a sink, huh? I don't think I could get my butt in a sink. Swingers cruise meeting. Yeah, Kent. That's why you throw them in the washing machine. Then you set them out in the Texas sun to dry. Yeah, he gone. He getting busy. Well, shoot, if you can buy a pair of shoes for $10 and sell it for 80, what's wrong with that? I'll put up with stinky shoes if I can make a $50, $60 profit on a pair. Throw them in your shower. Let that let that body wash that you had on run down onto the shoes. Hey, customer gets the shoes. It sure does look like pea hairs in my shoes. Sorry, I went there. Jabus, I can't join. I'm breaking cameras. You tried doing it in the shower, but got too many returns. Okay, that's funny. I get a lot of returns on shoes. Last pair I got back, they said, "Oh, these are great shoes. I love them, but my feet are just too wide for these shoes." So they rented them for a week and sent them back. They paid the shipping to send them back, but still. No, that's not a double tummy. You know better than that. What bum crack say? Uh, how many? Have y'all seen any like YouTube influencers buying from Temu and then selling it on eBay? I don't see many doing that, but I've heard of people buying from Temu and selling it on eBay. Saucony shoes. Uh-oh. World headquarters. Hey, Larry.
What's up? Good morning. Good morning.
Oh
Is it
my
too
God.
loud? The furnace just kicked on. Is it too loud?
No, I don't hear a furnace at all.
Okay.
Let's see. You got your drill press back there. You got your grinder. You got your some kind of saw. You got a vise.
Uh,
That looks like a real man's work area right there.
yeah, there's been a little bit of work done over there.
He's a real American hero. Budweiser or Bud Light. Is Bud Light making a comeback?
Maybe a little one.
I don't think anybody buys it here.
My son bought a Bud Light jacket at the auction, at the live auction last night. He
Really?
went to the bar, went to the bar and sold it to the bartender for double what he paid for it.
Really?
Yeah, he just got back on eBay. You know, Matt, my oldest or my youngest son, the one that's got the fishing channel.
Yeah.
He just recently got back on eBay, and he's pretty good at it. But he's pretty good with computers and stuff too. But he used to do it back in the day. He actually listed for a recycling company, and they were a multi-million-dollar seller on eBay. And he was one of their listers. They had several, and they did hospital equipment. I mean, they did all kinds of stuff, high dollar stuff.
Hmm.
But yeah, he's pretty good at it, and he's just now getting back into it. He works full time, but he's just doing it as a side gig, like I do.
You still got ice up there?
No, it's been warm. I mean, not warm, but 40s. Really wet though, raining.
Greg likes Bud Light because he bought stock and it's going up. Cargo Largo. Where have I heard of them before?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's been wet here, Kent.
Yeah, same here.
You gonna play any poker this weekend?
Yeah, a little bit maybe. While I watch a little bit of football, probably Sunday.
I've been snake bit. I lost last night. I had pocket tens. The other guy had pocket jacks, and I flopped a 10. So I had trips. And then the guy gets his jack on the river. Oh, I'm out.
That's the worst, isn't it?
Yeah. That's the way I've been getting beat lately. It's just somebody hits the river and I'm bye. Yep, you got your flush on the river. Yep, you got your two pair on the river. Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah, it sucks, but
I had pocket aces cracked yesterday. No, day before yesterday. Oh well.
yeah, all you can do is get it in good, you know.
I'm still gonna be able to play for a really long time off my 2023. You know, the two times I won big.
Yeah, I'm due for a good score. It'll happen. You can't overthink it. You just got to stick to your game. You know you can win.
Yeah.
John
Once in a
Jones, you're
great
speaking of.
while.
Well, if we played like some of them other guys played, we'd have more wins, but we'd also have more losses. It all evens out for, proportionate to what you're playing,
Yep. You brought what up? I lost track of the chat over here. What?
What, live auctions, Tommy? We still have several around here. Our YouTube auctions, or what are you talking about?
I thought he was talking about eBay auctions.
Oh, yeah, I would probably agree that they are pretty dead. I mean, unless you've got a following or you got certain items.
Oh, Cargo Largo eBay auctions. They kill it.
Oh, okay. I wonder if Craigslist Hunter still does auctions. He used to do a lot of 99-cent auctions on certain items. They were in demand items usually, stuff that people were going to fight over. But
Oh, the last 2 or 3 months, he's been into that district.
Yeah.
He does a lot. He's run several auctions on district.
Yeah, he goes live like once a week or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, I bookmarked his district store, and I get notifications when he adds stuff to sell.
Yeah, I'm approved to sell on his store, but I haven't listed anything yet.
Yeah, I don't want to be that big. I don't need. I just want to sell my little stuff and make some retirement supplement, and then I'm happy.
Right.
A lot of people say, "Oh, you got to grow, you got to grow, you got to expand, you've got to." Nah, you got to put on employees, you got a warehouse, you got to. Nah.
Yeah, that's never been my model. Even if I was to go full time, that wouldn't be my model. why take on unnecessary cost? I mean, I've got a nice sized house with plenty of space. Why would I? Just doesn't make sense. I mean, I kind of get not wanting to keep everything at your house, blah blah blah, but to me, that it's worth it just to be able to work from home.
Yeah, I don't want to pay. I'm just not gonna pay $2,000 a year for a storage unit. It's all just in my den slash eBay cave.
I mean, I don't mind the idea like these guys that's got the sheds and stuff. You know, it's on their property. You just walk out the door and go to work. You know.
I thought you had some employees, Lag. You do it all by yourself? He's probably got 4 kids that run his business.
Probably.
Hey, I work for Dad. He pays good.
Right.
He lives in a basement. He doesn't spend money on anything, so.
Lag sells them high dollar items.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Peddling price. Well, you know, uh, it's all relevant to what I mean. You get employees, you get more problem. You know, you get more expenses, more problems, more this, more that. You get a warehouse, you get more expenses, more problems, more this. You know, it's all relevant to what you want to be, I guess. You know,
Yeah. And nothing
I'm not,
against
I'm not.
the big guys.
No, 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 me neither. You know, I know guys that are huge. They've got all that stuff.
I was listening to Commonwealth Picker's last video yesterday. He was talking about all the things he's into. Dang. He's on District, Whatnot, uh, eBay, Etsy, all, and they run their own merch, and um, they get social media income, and I'm like, it would drive me nuts keeping up with all that.
Yeah, I watched that video. I thought that was a pretty cool video. And I don't understand why people just aren't upfront about what, you know. And I even left a comment on his video about how he, you know, Kevin's always pretty upfront about, listen, I'm making money here and I'm making money there, and you know, there's no reason to hide it or act like you're not, you know. But I guess he gets a lot of hate because he's a pretty big channel, you know.
Uh,
But he said his picking channel makes almost as much as his reselling.
well, he said that his combined, um,
Yeah, his combined social media, he says
social
way
media
out.
is the biggest earner that he
Yeah.
has. Yeah. And he's a good teacher, and he doesn't tread on people's toes.
No, he's very self-conscious about the words he uses and all. You know, maybe a little bit more than I would be.
He go past shoes. Come to the border and get your shoes cleaned. Uh,
That border's a mess. I mean, I don't care what side of the aisle you fall on. Surely most Americans agree, you know, and they do. I mean, there's been polls done on both sides of the aisle on this one. Even Democrats say it's a mess now. You can't deny it, you know.
shoot, when I was in college, we used to go down to Mexico and go across the border and eat a nice meal, do a little shopping, and drink a couple of cervezas, and then come back, and
Right.
you can't do that
It,
nowadays. You'll get kidnapped or
it's
or
pretty
uh,
rough. You ever watch that border show where inspect the vehicles for drugs and all that.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Oh my gosh, they pull millions and millions of dollars of dope out of these cars and trucks.
Did it back in those days? They didn't even ask to see a passport or, and the only person they had to show their even show their driver's license was the one driving the car. And
Right,
they didn't ask you if you were bringing back any illegal aliens. And back then, the immigration wasn't so bad because there were just not all that many coming across. There were some,
right.
but
I
they
just
were
don't understand
they were pretty
why there's
much
not a
welcome
look.
to come over and work for Texans,
Yeah,
But those were people that actually wanted to work, and times change.
yeah.
And you're right, that border has not changed for the good. And
Well, I don't understand
it all
what's the
started with the
theory.
drug runners.
Well, and what's the theory with ignoring it? I just it I don't get it. You know, they literally ignore the whole issue.
Hmm.
It could be fixed overnight. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me, or at least under control. I mean, it's to the point now where you damn near got to send the military down there to get it at least under control. Anyway, that's my take on it. I won't say nothing else about that.
Hmm.
That's all I got to say about that there, as Kevin would say.
Yep.
He's been right. He got one of them high boy electric bikes, Idaho Hillbilly. Did you see that? Have you seen any of his videos lately?
I think
And
I watched his last one. What's he doing?
he got one of them high boy electric bikes. They sent it to him, to do a review on.
Oh, yeah,
And he's
yeah.
been riding it. He's been riding that thing in the snow.
Funny.
He's a character boy.
I tell you what,
Yeah, that's true, Tommy. I know. Everything's political nowadays.
the
It shouldn't
things
be.
the things he has done are just admirable, and they look amazing. But God, he's out there carrying 100-pound logs around to keep his fireplace going. I'm like, dang, there's no way in hell I'd be able to do that, even when I
You got to
was
really
younger.
want that. Yeah, you got to really want that lifestyle. And I get it. I get it.
That's right, bum crack. Waterproof beard cover. Ugh.
So you haven't been selling much last couple of days, or what?
No, actually, January's been gangbusters. Last
Okay.
2023 was a big month for me. I sold like $7,500 worth of crap in January 2023. That's a big month for me. And then let's see, month to date, I may be above last year already. And I still got 6 days.
Well, you were close to 10 grand on that screenshot you sent me for 30 days.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I got 8,700 in sales this January. So I'm over last year's. No, gang. What are you talking about, Tommy? Uh, He's always giving Tracy a hard time.
Even when she ain't around.
She hadn't even been around to see what all he's saying. Yeah, eBay laying off people.
Oh yeah, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, Tommy laughs at my numbers, but I think they're pretty damn good for doing it about 20 hours a week.
Hell yeah, they are.
You can kiss my numbers, Tommy, if you think mine are bad. I like my numbers.
Oh, I think he's laughing about the Tracy thing.
I should be well over $9,000 for January this year. I'm like, that's pretty damn good. But yeah, the last 3 days have sucked. About $100 a day the last 3 days.
Yeah, it happens, you know.
Yeah, it's just a downswing or a few days of bad sales.
You put me to shame.
Well, you don't do anything. You got a full-time job. I don't.
Well,
I can figure that one out pretty damn quick.
Well, yeah, but I should though. I keep buying, and I've got a whole pile of crap I need to list. I've got some good stuff. I just need to get it listed.
God, I've got so much stuff to list. I got a lot of testing to do. I got 2 stereo receivers, good ones. I've got a really good printer. I bought the ink to test it with, but I haven't gotten it up here and tested it yet.
Yeah, I'm terrible with that kind of stuff too. Just once you get into doing it, not too bad. Just getting going on it, you know.
I haven't watched it. Kid, I'm a busy man. I'm a busy man being retired. People think retirees have all the time in the world. Nah, I'm busy as hell.
Yeah, that's what I said, Tom. Tommy, he does better than a lot of these quote gurus unquote.
I did see 2 resellers last week that talked about their 31-day, 2 different ones. Full-time resellers, and both of them have like a wife that works with them in their business. And they showed their 31-day sales, and I looked at mine and like, dang, I got more than they do.
Yeah.
So
I always said I'll put you up against just about anybody. I mean,
no,
your numbers are great. People are lazy. They just don't. I mean, they could be doing so much more. I'm one of them. I'm lazy too. I'm talking about myself.
oh hell, I'm lazy, but
Yeah, but you got a somewhat of a routine though. I mean, you list every day, and you do buy every day. You do stuff.
yeah, I send offers to buyers all the time. I only have 336 to send
Right.
out today.
Right. Your numbers could be 15 grand if you send your offers out.
Yeah, I think I'll run a little 10% off sale this weekend and then send out those offers and see what happens. I should do okay.
Yeah. Well, it's like them guys were talking about last night. Whose live was that last night? That Mountain something Mountain. I don't even know them guys that well, but
yeah, I don't either. But
that's what they were talking about, activity. And I still today think activity of any type it can't hurt. You know.
Yep. Oh, my sales go. When I went to Alaska for a week and a half. Oh, my sales tanked.
Right.
But I got back in it.
Which makes
Boom! It
yeah,
went
that makes
right back
sense
up.
to me. Right. Pretty much that simple, Kent. Just let eBay know you're open.
I should have followed the advice of a bunch of YouTubers that say, right before you go on time away, you need to stockpile a bunch of drafts and then release them several a day while you're gone,
Right.
so that your store keeps fresh stuff coming in.
I've been hearing that from several people, Tommy, but I don't know. I think it's still, at least right now, I think it's true. I mean, activity, in my opinion, still helps. I could be wrong. You know, I'm not super active on eBay anymore, like most of all y'all, but I just think at this point, I think it still helps. But I've heard they're cutting back on different things, changing their algorithm. I heard, I
I
don't
can't,
know.
I shouldn't keep doing exactly what I'm doing. There's a bunch of stuff I can improve, and it won't be any sweat. Like keeping my workspace more organized. It's just for 8 years, it's always looked like a bomb went off in a tornado. I've had a streamlined shipping station and listing station and picture station, and I could do all that, but
Yeah,
I'm
but you get,
too lazy.
well, you got stuff going on. I mean, you're working, it's not easy to stay 100% organized when you're working. I mean, I could show you around this shop. It's a mess right now.
Uh, I doubt that it's anything like my eBay room here.
Well, I mean, I'm semi-organized at home a little bit, but that's only because I don't do nothing.
Oh, it would probably take more than a weekend, more like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I
Uh,
that's true. That's 100% true, Tommy. But
and
I still think that carry helps.
that's always been my beef with people who say reselling is so hard. I'm like, it's not really hard for me. I know I don't work a lot of hours or sweat it, and I carry no debt, but so I do have advantages. But if I had to, I could I could double what I do easily, and not real easily. I could double the amount of time I spend and probably make double the money.
Right. Well,
But
same here. I mean, I could, I feel confident that at any moment, if I needed to, I could, uh, I could get a bunch of, I mean, I know how to do it. I know what works, and the basics, like Tommy just said there, those are still, I mean, that's not anything really new. I mean, that's been true for ever since I've been reselling everything he just mentioned there. And if you do that, you're going to have sales. It's just that simple.
yeah, Tommy, I don't think there's any one of those things that I don't do. I don't know. Some of the stuff I have isn't worth listing. That I just go, it's worth $8. I'll list it.
Right.
But
I have some of that stuff too.
uh, it's like I went to the rummage sale and they had fill a bag day on clothes, and I bought a bunch of shirts, but they're all my size. I bought like 60 shirts for $30, and I'm like, probably hardly any of those are worth selling, but they were only like 50 cents a piece.
Right. I just think people overthink the whole selling deal. They just overthink it too much. They're trying to look for problems where they could spend that time just listing good stuff. And
I do see, I hate to say it, I do see that some of the sellers who don't appear real intelligent also don't do very well. I
Right.
know that's harsh.
Right. No,
Not
I
that I'm
get,
a brainiac. Oh hell no.
right.
I graduated college with a 3.2, which is a B.
Right.
Anyway,
Oh, I'm no brainiac. I'm an idiot in most cases, but I've just been selling on eBay long enough to be able to give my opinion about something and feel pretty confident about it. You know.
but I think there is kind of a correlation between how intelligent a person is and how well they'll do in reselling. Of course, that's probably true of
Yeah.
anything you go into,
I was gonna say,
but
yeah,
less listings equal more money. Yeah, yeah. I
yeah.
don't do
You
a
got to
very
have.
good job of targeting high value items. I need to keep improving that. Of course, we all do. I mean, Tommy, look at it. You're selling really high value shoes, but do you ever target high value watches? You could probably make more money with less effort doing that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you need a little bit of. I mean, common sense is unfortunately it's not very common, but a lot of things are common sense and reselling and in life in general. You know, just you get
Yeah,
out of what you put in. You know.
I fully believe that a high school dropout can do good reselling. Yeah, but again, a lot of the high school dropouts are still intelligent people.
My dad graduated the sixth grade and he owned 5 businesses. Before he died, I mean, when he died, he was a pretty useless drunk, but he opened and closed 5 businesses in his life. He was a
There,
smart guy.
a third grader is smarter than me. I don't know about that.
Nah.
Uh, welcome to Walmart. Yep. All right. I hope I didn't insult anybody. I probably lost some viewers.
Nah. Everybody that watches us is smart.
But I mean, look at the people who make YouTube videos and look at some of the small channels and mediocre channels like mine and just look around and you can tell that some people are just intelligent, like Commonwealth Picker. I'm pretty sure he's got a pretty high IQ. Look at
Right. Oh, no doubt about it. But
look
he's
at
also got common sense. It's
look at
not just the
look at Pete,
education.
the Craigslist hunter. I'm fairly certain he's pretty smart.
Right. Well, I just think you need a level of real life experience too. I mean, you just can't, I don't know. Some people, I guess, can. You know, there are people that can do this that's never sold a thing in their life and be successful at it. But in general, I believe that, you have to have a little bit of knowledge of trade, buying and selling. I mean,
Yeah, it doesn't always apply. I'm sure there's a lot of stupid people that do well making money.
oh, yeah, there are.
But I would just say if you are intelligent, you have a much larger advantage to doing well.
Lake said he was so good at the third grade they let him do it twice. Lag's probably got uh, he's probably a medical doctor or something. He's probably got degrees in brain surgery or something. Yeah, that's a true statement there, Tommy.
I also see, I see this too. I see a lot of people who talk and act and speak very intelligently, and then they don't sell worth crap.
Right.
I don't see how that's even possible.
Well, and that's why I mean, my channel used to be about a lot about reselling, but I kind of had to change directions because I don't go get it. I'm not a go getter on reselling anymore. It's not my main gig. So I don't feel like it's my place to sit there and tell anybody what to do anymore. You know, if I'm not doing it myself, that's just how I've always been. If I go back to full time reselling or something and I, start selling a decent amount again, then maybe I can, share the tricks and stuff about reselling. But I just don't feel like it's my place to teach anybody anything with reselling right now. For one thing, it changes, and if you're not actively doing it at a certain level, you're not going to be up with the times.
I'm trying to think of
Even
who Tommy's talking about here.
even the
Yeah.
rules change and guidelines change and bureaus
I've seen you give
change.
advice before.
Yeah, I used to, and I don't mind. I don't even like to call it advice, Todd. I just rather say, look, this is what I do, and it
Yeah, you're
seems to be
just
working.
you're commenting on the topic, but yeah.
I'm kind of like, I kind of got that from Kevin. That's his theory. I'm not telling anybody to do anything.
Oh,
I'm telling you this is what I do.
Tommy isn't going to name names, but
Nah,
I'm
well,
trying to figure out in my brain who he's talking about, but one doesn't sell and the other is beyond terrible. Huh.
oh, I know who he's talking about.
But they have big channels.
Yeah, I know who he's talking about. I've never watched the guy.
Oh, but I don't know about that, Tommy, but Harry Tornado, he's a nice looking guy and his wife is pretty and they have good presence on video. I'm not that guy. I'm ugly as hell, and Larry's uglier than me.
Damn.
But
I've got a face for radio. That's for sure.
I'm just messing. But yeah, I give Harry Tornado one thing. He works hard at making videos.
Yeah, I just don't know the guy enough to speak on him, but it sounds like that's what he wants to do, the videos, not the
He's got 15K
but
on his 90-day.
see that's just not very impressive to me. If you're full time, that's not an impressive number to me. At his level, at his supposed level, I'm not talking about some people full time don't need that.
Well, his full-time living is social media. It's
Well,
not
that's what I'm
reselling.
saying. Yeah. But I just expect, I don't know. I guarantee you, Kevin, Commonwealth Pickers 90-day total blows that out of the water. He's a marketer, exactly. true, Tommy. I don't know. I don't like to bash other people or nothing, but and I admit I'm very judgmental when I look at these guys. It's probably why I don't watch half of them anymore, because I see a lot of fakeness in a lot of areas. It just bothers me. It's it's like I told Kevin in the comments yesterday. Yeah, my only pet peeve with watching YouTubers that are resellers, that are gurus, or whatever you want to call them, is that you be generally honest with your viewers. Just in general. I don't care. I don't need your details. Just be generally honest about what you're doing and why you're doing it. And like Josh, who was it? Josh Galt that said the other day, he said, or maybe no, it wasn't Josh. It was John. Nevermore, or not Nevermore. Flipping ain't easy.
Yep.
He said, if anybody tells you they're not doing this for the money, they're lying. And it's true. I mean, these guys. And the first thing out of their words is, I do this because I want to help people. Well, 99.9% of the time, that's just a lie. I will help people gladly, and I want to see people succeed. But that's not why I get out of bed every morning. I get out of bed to feed my family and make a living. You don't. I mean, I'm sure your YouTube channels. You don't get on here just to help people. I mean, and you're a good guy. You would help anybody that asks for it, probably.
I get on here to learn from other people. I learned about reselling by watching YouTube. That's been my only source, basically, to learn how to resell, other than my uncle dragging me to auctions back when I was a kid. And
right.
Going to a bunch of swap meets with him and garage sales, and people like him showing me how to
Lag, you're in trouble if you're here for chicks.
how to save money and take care of money.
Unless you're talking about the people in the comments.
Okay, 24K just showed this watch. He's thinking about buying it.
I vote yes, buy it.
Now, see, what's the barrier to entry on stuff like this? Is it the money? Or you just don't know enough about it? You can learn.
Right.
I mean, we're talking about going to like estate sales and garage sales and picking up items for $10 and selling them for 100.
Right.
And when we could be buying a watch like this and flipping it for double or something and making some good money with a lot less work. And believe me, watches don't take up a lot of room in inventory.
Well, I would say the barrier entry is, I don't know if you watched Crazy Picker Life with his son.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they haven't done videos in forever, but back in the day when he got into watches, he started from scratch. He didn't know much about watches.
Right.
And he started with low end watches, and he was, the Timex and the Shock and all them different lower end watches. And he learned every single little detail about everything he could possibly fit in his brain. And I don't know if he still got his watch. He had a whole watch eBay store, and I don't know if it's still up or not, but I think that's how you get into that. And I think it's what you got to do. You got to put the time in and get the knowledge. Felix is very knowledgeable with watches.
Yeah.
But I guarantee he didn't just wake up one day and know everything there was to know about watches.
Lags here for the chicks. Well, Donna showed up. She's pretty cute. And this is pretty cute. Who else is cute up here? Tommy's, he's kind of cute, I guess. Sadie and I, we're cute old farts. But,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Lagbai's hired upfront cost items to sell. There's there's nothing really stopping me from doing it. I've got money. I can buy stuff to sell.
Well, he probably worked his way up to that, you know. I mean, just like, yeah, you're ready to move up if you wanted to move up in a lot of different areas. You know a lot of different things about a lot of different things. I
That's
stopped
what they
wasting
say.
my time on smaller dollar items. You know, I look for the deals nowadays. Part of that's because I can afford to time wise. You know, I don't need to sell an item. You know, I do it because I enjoy the process of taking $100 and turning it into a 800 or something, or 400 or whatever the case might be.
Boy, you know what though? There are very few reseller YouTubers that concentrate on really high dollar value items. Almost none. I mean,
Yeah, I don't see any. I mean, I guess they were the only ones I watched that really focused on that type of stuff, you know. And they even had a lot of little bitty stuff too. But yeah, I don't know. Uh, I don't watch any resellers that focus on say $100 plus items. You know, I mean, if Lag made content, I would know somebody, but it's a nice thought, you know. But you really got to have the knowledge and you got to have access to that kind of inventory. But when I go to auction, if I research something, and if I can buy something for 300 and sell it for say 7 or 8, I'm in all day. I'll put out the cash. It don't bother me at all. Swatch.
people like their Invictas around here. I'll see them at garage sales, and they want high dollar for it. No, it's not worth that much.
Yeah, Invicta.
Yeah, because if 24K likes it, pretty much everybody likes it, except for that really blingy watch you had with all the diamonds all over it. Looked like Pimp Daddy watch, but it's probably worth
I've got
$40,000. But you could get your car dealer license and flip cars. You could get at your concert watch. Uh, it doesn't have to be watches. It can be anything. It could be high dollar car parts. It'd be great to sell used BMW parts. Japanese mini trucks. You're too embarrassed to wear it out. Yeah, it's but good thing about that watch, you could take the gold and diamonds out of it and sell those and still come out a profit from what you paid for it. Carol. All right. It's about 10 o'clock, and I've got to go pee. Where'd Sadie go? Carol, I got today one. I got one sale today. Yeah, the last 3 days have been kind of sucky, but Mama said there'd be days like that. But this is shaping up to be the best January ever. Yeah. All right, folks. That's about it. If was going to give Sadie a chance to say bye. Yep, break time's over. Oh, he's back. I'm fixing to shut it down, Sadie.
Yeah, shut it down, buddy. Sorry about that. I had a phone call I had to take.
Okay. Some people are important and get phone calls. Nobody ever calls me.
I wish I didn't have to even carry a phone.
Break time over. Time to get back to work. Organizing a new building. You got a new building? All right. We'll see y'all Monday. Have a good weekend, everybody. And don't eat yellow snow. Bye.
Later.